Hello, friends, and welcome back to Bay Area Housewife of True Crime. We are at part 2 of the Kathleen Folbigg case. As a reminder, topics may be triggering. Viewer and listener discretion is very strongly advised. The people mentioned are innocent until proven guilty in court. On February of 1991, Kathleen called Craig at work and said, "It's happened again." Craig rushed home to his sister and the paramedics at the scene of Patrick again failing to breathe while in his crib while his mother was at home. Patrick was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead due to a cardiac arrest, but oddly, they were unable to determine the cause. Shortly after the funeral, Kathleen started to ask Craig for yet another baby. Craig agreed under the condition that they hire a SIDS specialist, and so they did. By October of 1992, they had moved to Thornton, Australia, and their third baby, a girl they named Sarah, had been born. This time around, they moved the Craig into their bedroom. The SIDS specialist assisted them with the use of a sleep apnea monitoring blanket. Kathleen grew pestered by the false alarms this monitoring device gave off that she stopped using it against medical advice. She was even more bothered by the fact that Sarah seemed to have more colds than her other babies. At one point, Kathleen just gave up caring for Sarah, and Craig had to step up and come home after work, do the night routine, and he loved being a girl dad. On August 29th of 1993, just after 1 a.m., Craig woke up like deja vu to Kathleen screaming that she had discovered Sarah, who did not even make it to her first birthday without life. Failing to breathe, the coroner reported that small cuts on Sarah's mouth and her lungs showed damage by death of asphyxiation. Despite that, the cause of death concluded were unknown causes. The coroner did, however, attribute Sarah's death to SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome. What investigators now theorize is that Kathleen smothered Sarah to death after taking her out of the bedroom and then placed her unalived body back into the bed to make it seem as though she had discovered it. Of course, Kathleen wrote about this life event in her diary. She penned, and I quote, "Sarah left us at 1 a.m., unquote. She couldn't even write out a.m. She also was terrible at grammar and misspelled so many things, but I guess it was very easy to do back in my day before the internet, but I digress. But not before I add that most people evil and fucked up in the head enough that are capable of filicide are usually not the sharpest. She also added in her diary, and I quote, "With Sarah, all I wanted was her to shut up, and one day she did," unquote. The loss of yet another baby this time was detrimental to their relationship, and they were separated for a little while. They eventually got back together, and Kathleen got pregnant for a fourth time. Kathleen gave birth to a baby girl named Laura. On August 7th of 1997, a little Leo queen. Even though we didn't have social media back then, just 24 hours before Laura's untimely death, Craig videotaped his wife and daughter giggling together with a handheld video camera. Energy drink break. One morning, all hell broke loose when Laura woke up with a cold. On top of that, Laura threw her breakfast on the floor from her high chair. Craig left work that morning not knowing that the last time he saw his daughter alive was when she was holding out her arms and calling out to her daddy, seeking the comfort in the only parent who was kind to her. This time, Kathleen called the ambulance herself and said, and I quote, "My baby's not breathing. I've had 3 SIDS deaths already. I've had 3 go already," unquote. When the paramedics arrived, they found Kathleen seemingly performing CPR on baby Laura on the breakfast bar. On February 27th of 1999, Laura was pronounced dead. Every time that she pretended to find her children without breath, the baby would be pronounced dead. Kathleen would pack up all of their clothes and belongings, take down their pictures throughout the house, and spoke never again about their existence.